What's up, good people? How are you doing? I hope everything is fantastical wherever you are. It's another day that God has blessed us with. And of course, like I said, videos will be dropping every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you haven't subscribed, guys, what are you waiting for? As a matter of fact, it's worth mentioning that a lot of you are checking my WhatsApp status. A lot of you are checking out my Facebook stories and Insta stories and other platforms. But those numbers do not tally with what I am seeing there in terms of viewership. So please, don't just click on my WhatsApp and then you check out my Facebook stories and then you just pass by. Guys, you need to watch and you definitely need to subscribe. So this video, like I told you, is a follow-up of the video that I did on Monday, and it was about infidelity. It was about being true to your relationship. Now, I also want to acknowledge that I get some of these things I am saying are not necessarily popular, right? Some of you are actually in a situation where you're cheating on your partner. And I know this message for you is just like, movie manzejo, easy to not be has it make sense. And you know what? I get it. As a matter of fact, me, I'm not judging. I am not here to tell you what to do with your life, what to do with your relationship. People are different, and of course, everybody wants something different in this life, and I totally get it. If you don't agree with me, it is the world that we live in. Everyone has got their own opinion, and you do not have to agree with everyone, yeah? That said, I will not stop to preach this gospel where I am actually saying that being true to your relationship is better than anything else that we are doing. And I said in my previous video, and actually in my previous videos, that I am speaking from experience. I have been there. I have done some of these things that we are talking about. Some of them I'm getting them from my friends. But like I said, everyone has in your relationship, you've gotten to a part where you've either cheated on your partner, you've thought about cheating on your partner, you're currently cheating on your partner, or you're planning to cheat on your partner. So these are the realities of the ground that we stand on. Okay, now if you didn't check out that video, please just go back and check it out. But if you want to continue with this one right now, hey, by all means, let's do this. I said I'm going to talk about temptations today and how we can get away from those temptations. Now, I'm not talking about the biblical temptations. I'm just talking about temptations in general. So if you're a Christian, Muslim, Hindu, atheist, this applies to everyone. Okay, how do you stay away from the things that will get you in trouble in your relationship? It is by simply cutting them off. Like it's not rocket science. And I used the previous in the previous video, I used an example of if you're addicted to cocaine, you just stay away from cocaine. You stay away from people who use cocaine, and you stay away from places where you can actually access cocaine. Yeah. So in a relationship, it's the same thing. If you are, sorry, if you're in a situation whereby you feel like you want to cheat on your spouse, feel like you want to cheat on your wife or your husband, I mean, keep away from that thing that is tempting you. If it's that chick that, you always see and you're thinking, my goodness, if I could just get a piece of that, my friend, you need to start cutting yourself off from that particular person. Because the more you're smelling this, person, the more it's just like cocaine. The more you're seeing it, the more you'll want to use it. And especially if you were addicted to it before. Same thing with alcohol. If you were addicted to alcohol, stay away from a bar. Stay away from jobs where you have to work with alcohol. All right. Don't become a bartender and you know you're addicted to alcohol. I mean, surely, what is that? Yeah. So same thing. You need to cut yourself off from this thing that is causing this particular temptation. So like I said, if it's a chick, if you're a guy and it's a chick who, is tempting you into this particular situation. And by the way, when I say tempt, I don't mean that they're seducing you. Sometimes you do not have to be seduced to get into, that situation where you compromise your relationship. No, sometimes it is just something that happens. This chick always smells good and you're just like, what? Hey, if only my wife could smell like that. Imagine you can get your wife that perfume. Imagine it's as simple as that. If it's the smell that is attracting you, you just get your wife that perfume. Yeah. But if the situation is whereby this particular person is seducing you, you just have to be man enough or woman enough and tell them that this is wrong. It is wrong, guys. We can sugarcoat it. We can say, but you know what your partner doesn't know doesn't hurt them. And you know what? It's actually true. What your partner doesn't know doesn't hurt them. But believe me or not, it does hurt them. How does it hurt them? Because the time you're spending with the person you're cheating with is time you could have spent with your partner. Time that you could have used on improving on your relationship. Time that you could have used on your children, improving the relationship with your children, developing a better connection with your wife, developing a better connection with your children. It's as simple as that. So yes, they might not get hurt because they do not know you're cheating on them. True. But it is hurting your relationship as a whole in the long run. Sleeping with someone else also exposes you to other risks. Disease. I mean, who doesn't know about gonorrhea and syphilis and chlamydia and herpes and HIV and many other things that we can mention? Yeah, it is putting you in that particular risk, and not just for you, but for your partner as well. Why should you keep on taking infections to your partner? Every single time she's getting these yeast infections, she keeps on going to the gyna to get treated for this recurring infection that keeps on coming. Mpaka daktari anamwambia, ebu bring your partner now, we even now start treating this guy. Yeah? And of course we know, men, we are the kind of people who ukiambua uende upimu, unaanza kusema ati nipimwe nini, mimi niko na nini, and you're the cause of that particular situation. And also women are not exonerated from this. You will keep on bringing infections to your husband, and you will as a woman, you will keep on treating them. But if your husband doesn't get treated, or your partner doesn't get treated, they keep on bringing those infections back to you over and over again. So cheating is it's amazing when you're there and you're enjoying that time with your clan day. Yeah. But in the long run, if we are being honest, unless you're planning to make this person your second wife, of which there is a procedure to that, you just don't do, and then pap, you drop that bombshell on your family. Yeah. So you need to cut yourself off from that particular temptation. You need to confront that particular temptation. If it's that chick, you need to tell her, by the mimi hizi story unaniletanga hapa, no, it's just not working. This SMS you keep on sending, imagine, stop. Yeah, these nudes you keep on sending, pana, it's not right. Yeah, and you're human. It might be difficult to step up and actually tell this person to stop sending you these messages, or it might be difficult to tell them off. Maybe it's a person in a position of power. Maybe you have that inferiority complex. Maybe it's a situation you just can't help. You're attracted to these kinds of people, but you actually need to be brave enough, courageous enough, because bravado and courage are not things that just exist. You have to sum it up. You have to face your fears, and you just need to tell this particular person, imagine, stop. If you need to change jobs, change jobs. If it is a customer that you can transfer that customer to another person to deal with that particular customer, imagine, do it. Yeah. If they keep on coming to your shop and they are doing these things to you, if you can have someone else attend to that particular person, the better. Kama umeshindwa kumwambia kaa mbali na mimi, yes, and you really need their money, maybe they are the biggest customer you have. If that is the case, let them deal with someone else. But if that is not helping, I believe that it is better to lose that particular customer, better to lose that money, better to lose that friendship. Yes, because there are some friends who are like that. Sorry, there are some friends who are just out there to what is what I'm looking for, to kill your relationship. If this person keeps on seducing you and they're doing this to you and they're saying things to you, and you're seeing where this is going, I mean, you have got to sum up the courage, because what is important, your friendship or your relationship with your partner? Once you've answered that question, then it is as easy as A, B, C, D. Yes. Tell that friend, by the Jemo, wacha kukuja kwangu tena. Yeah? Usikuje kwangu tena. If this is how you're going to behave, as a matter of fact, you know what? Forget even if this is how you're going to be. Just do not. Because if this person doesn't respect your relationship, then that is not your friend. That is not the definition of a friend. Yeah, that's an enemy. I know people will like to call that frenemy. Yeah. So that is like the only solution is cutting off temptation. It's as simple as that. If it is a boss, someone who is in a position of power, who's doing these things to you, you know you can ask for a transfer. Yes. Kama unaonanga tu mtu manzio temptation inakuingiza, baridi inaingia, unaanza kuona huyu mtu kuna vile. If that is the case, either ask for a transfer or quit from that job. Because again, is your job more important than your relationship? And I know some people will be like, hey, moving in this economy, how do I quit a job in an economy where people are not even, biasharas are not even, sustainable? And I know it's a difficult choice. Yeah, it is. Would you rather sleep with your boss or colleague and ruin your relationship? I told you, once you've answered this question, it's a no-brainer. And I told you, if you value your job or your friendship more than you value your relationship, then chances are this relationship wasn't meant to be. Because sometimes you might be cheating because you're just with the wrong partner. You're with someone you just don't love. Yeah? So what do? You release this person. I always end my videos by saying that. Release your partner if it is not making sense. And a lot of us religious folk will be like, Mbuvi, unajua divorce is wrong. Yeah, wrong is debatable. But the Bible says that yes, God doesn't love divorce, doesn't like it at all. But will you stay with someone and you're making their life miserable? Is that fair, really? Where you're always bringing infections to this particular person? Where you're always resenting this person? And sometimes you're not resenting that person because you yourself are bad or is bad. You're just doing it because you just don't like this person. Unaingianga tu kwa nyumba, unamuona, una feel tu, God damn it, huko ni wapi nimeingia? And then you end up doing things that will hurt this person further. This person is trying to love you. If it's your wife, for example, anakupikianga, anakutengenezea maji ya kuoga, anakutengenezea your favorite drink, amekuzalia watoto warembo, yeye amejipa kila kitu. They have invested in this relationship. They have introduced you to their parents. They have introduced you to their siblings. Huko kazini kwao wewe ndio unajulikana, umepatiwa heshima. You're the king huko, wanasemanga akiangai. Mbuvi ndio ule msemo mnoma, lakini naye mbuvi on this other end anakula na huku nje ni kama analipwa kukulana. Then what happens? Your wife is losing respect. Your wife is just becoming lonelier and lonelier. Is that fair, really? Release her. Release yourself. Find the thing that you've always wanted. Pursue now this extramarital affair. Now that it's legit, you can now go there. If that is the person you love, imagine, go for them. And if you release your partner, if they were destined to be with someone else, imagine they will find the true love. Someone who will love them, someone who will care for them, someone who will appreciate the cooking, someone who will appreciate the bath water, someone who will appreciate the lovey-doveyness that this person is giving. Release a person. If you've been unable to cut off temptation, na usijidanganya hapa ati Mbuvi, lakini tuko na watoto watatu. Kuna watu wako na watoto hata 10 na wame move on na maisha yao iko fiti. Wewe na kamtoto kako kamoja sasa huku unafanya Nairobi watu wasipumue. Nenda zako bana. Let love prosper. All the best.